BIAFRANS, you're welcome back. A lot of distractions. You're welcome back. Good morning, good evening, and good night, depending on your time zone. I salute each and every one of you. BIAFRANS, men and women of goodwill. I salute our Odogwu a izu mmejiri gbuo agụ ndị ilo si n'ọdụ ha nkọ. I salute him. I salute our leader, Maazị Nnamdi Kukanu, the man that said never. I salute every genuine Biafran here in the house. I salute each and every one of you. Nyamara onye ọwụna mma. Nyamara gị mma. Otu efi n'abalị. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Please, as you come in, please share the program. Share the program. Let's go there. I want us to listen to this man so that you will understand why the terrorists and Sheikh Gumi have the power and the strength that they are showing off today. I want you to listen to this video of the former president, the so-called former president that Barack Obama, the United States president. What is that his name? The recent United States president said of recent that it's only Nigeria that have a dead person rule them for 6 years. For 6 years. Everybody in the world knows about that. Thank you so much, Biafra. Thank you so much, Biafrans. It's still the same technical issue, but we are coming out of it. We are coming out of it very soon. It will be a story of the past. It will be a thing of the past. to be a thing of the past very soon. So, Biafrans, like I was saying, I want you to listen to the former president of the Zoological Republic and what he have to say, the Biafrans, when being asked, and the narrative that he gave about the Biafrans, and the way they all see the Biafrans, and what they have at the back of their mind about the Biafrans or against the Biafrans. That is what I want to bring out from this video. Then we'll very, very difficult. Can anyone hear me? Someone hear me? So as I was saying, the only time you hear them, whenever you see the zoo showcasing their muzzle, just know it, they are talking to the Biafrans. Whenever you see the zoo showing forth that they have muscles, that there's something they can do, know it that they are referring to the Biafrans. They are not referring to their people that they have invited from the 16 countries of this whole world. I want you to listen to this video very carefully. Listen to this video very attentively for you to know why the kidnap for you to know why they want to have Simon Ekpa's head on their pocket at all cost. For you to know why they will do anything, they can bribe anybody, they can buy anybody they want to buy, apart from the genuine Biafrans. Apart from the genuine Biafrans, they are ready to buy anybody buyable. But only the Biafrans have resisted them. The true genuine Biafrans have resisted them. They cannot be bought. So listen to this video attentively from the beginning. He will say that he been receiving intelligent reports, security reports. You will think when you hear this thing, you will think that he's receiving security report on Agatu people that are being killed during the time that he was there sponsoring the genocide that was ongoing in Agatu and Southern Kaduna and many other Hausa peasants environment and the Middle Belters. You would think that the security report that is getting is that the terrorist has been tamed. or the terrorist has been neutralized, you would think that these are the type of information that is getting. No. These information that is getting is from the pythons and the crocodile that they send into our land. The jihadis they send into our land in the name of python dance and crocodile smile to come and send Biafrans to RIP. Those are the security informations, security tips that is getting, intelligent reports that is getting. So then they were telling him how many Biafrans have been captured, how they are being rolled on the mud, how many that have been poured acid on, how many that have been pied, how many that have been sent to RIP, and all that. How many of our buildings and offices and our businesses that have been burnt down in the old eastern region, Biafra land. Those are the security tips that this man is receiving. And you will understand it better at the course of this broadcast. Listen to this man.
It's very clear that they intend to make sure that this administration fails.
It is that they are prepared to make sure that this very administration fails. The man that is saying that
this administration fails. That this administration fails.
The man that is telling you that is very clear that some persons are making sure that administration fails is the same man that said at the eve of 2012, 2013, when Jonathan Goodluck assumes office, he said if Jonathan dares get into that office, that Nigeria will be so ungovernable for him. Did anybody the answer is no. Did anybody jail him? The answer is no. Margaret, you're welcome. Did anybody jail him? The answer is no. Was he invited by the DSS? The answer is no. Did anything happen to him afterwards? The answer is no. Did he bring to pass his threat? Yes. He make good of his threat. He unleashed his jihadis on the people. For the very first time in the history started the thing continued that are using vehicle, they will enter vehicle where people, the network is bad. That's fine. Network is very bad. Manage it like that. gospel. My sister, I don't know what to do network again. I've really done almost everything I know of. But the way this thing is frustrating, you'll be talking the cut off. And you'll be speaking, discover that what you're saying is coming out. But notwithstanding, we will overcome. So thank you so much, BIAFRANS. This man made a threat. This man that just said that it have made clear that some persons want to frustrate the government that he was the leader. The same man made a threat and carried out that threat by saying if Jonathan assumes office as a president, that he will make his government so ungovernable. And nobody threatened him, nobody invited him for anything. But he just made a threat to the government. And he carried out that threat by bringing out his Boko Haram members. The terrorists that you see today that have been rebranded, joined by many other people. They started the Kaduna and Mekanu and many other states, northern states. You started hearing of bombing. Different places, all of a sudden, you hear that church is bombed on Sunday morning. You hear that market is bombed. That time in Kaduna and some northern state, everybody is living in fear. And they have not come out of that dread. That is when the menace in the north started. And they unleashed all these things against the people, the indigenous people of the north, because all the people that they are killing, they are not killing those Usman Danfodio descendant. They are killing the indigenous people of North, the indigenous people of Kaduna, indigenous people of Jos, indigenous people of Kano, indigenous people in the Middle Belt, indigenous people in Benue State. That is when you see 2 trailer low beds loaded with corpses. That incident that happened in Agatu that we will never forget. That is the time all these things were happening. And nobody called on this man and say, wait, you made this threat. And now after your threat that you will make the government so ungovernable, and this thing started. And remember that time that when the Boko Haram were asked, what is your demand? What are you killing people? We want to talk dialogue with you people to know why you have raised your hand against the innocent. And these people choose Buhari to be their mouthpiece, their advocate. That same man that said that will make your government so ungovernable was the man, the same Boko Haram that are going on rampage, bombing people and killing so many people, choose to be their mouthpiece and their advocate. Just like the man who will be analyzing his video today in the name of Sheikh Gumi, all of a sudden become the mouthpiece of the terrorists that are going on rampage, sacking villages today. Are you see? Anya, is your eyes being opened now? Are you connecting the dots? Because BIAFRANS are very wise. Are you connecting the dots? That the government that you are saying today, the government is not fighting terrorists. The government is there watching how terrorists are. You connecting the dots now? That nobody fights his own. Nobody fights his own business. Nobody works to put his own business. Everybody works to make his business successful. And the terrorism going on today in the Zoological Republic is the business of the government of the day and the government that have ever been before you, before now. That the name Zoo Nigeria is a business of terrorism. And one of it uncountable have happened to BIAFRANS, which our leader Mazen Namdeku has been a victim of this terror 2 times in 2 occasions, 2017 and 2020, 22 or 21. And then one man is here telling you that some persons, and I want to, at the end of the day, that some persons has made up their mind. When he's saying that some persons has made up their mind to make sure they destroy this his government and destabilize what they are doing, he's referring to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the BIAFRANS that are agitating for Biafra. That is the one of Kaduna State telling you that the government, which Buhari is the #1 citizen, is the head, is leading, whether the dead one and the one that is acting in the name of Buhari, that they are not after the terrorists that are killing the people, that the people stop disturbing the government. Whatever they have to do, they should surrender their land or do whatever they want to do, but they should not think that the government will come with their full weight to tackle insurgency in the north or the Boko Haram. I'll bring for us a video, maybe by tomorrow. I'll bring for us a video clip of the Nigerian Air Force using their helicopter and videoing the camp of the terrorists in the north. You will see the terrorists at their camp, how terrorists, not even one gunshot. Rather, what they did is that they go more higher, or they fled from the scene. And they went back and give report that they went there, but they are seeing that the terrorists are mixed with children and women, and so therefore they couldn't bomb the camp. Are you connecting anything? The same takia, the same thing that Hamas, the same style, the same system, the same everything, the same way of doing things, using civilian to shield their weapon, to protect their weapon, while they attack and destroy citizens, unarmed civilians. I don't know if you're connecting the dot at all. So this man said that some people have made up their mind to destabilize his government. And when he's making this statement, he's not referring to the terrorists that are in the north killing people. He's not the army that are python dancing in our land, killing our young men and women. He's not referring to those that are in Agatu, buying people in their numbers. Those that have made up their mind to destabilize his government and make his government unworkable is the BIAFRANS, because we ask for freedom. That this has to stop. That we cannot, in this 21st century, where we have mass and intelligent BIAFRANS scattered all over the world, then we sit and fold our arms and keep on staring on janja weed for our daily bread, and sitting down for janja weed people to make decisions of our life and our future. Sitting down, watch janja weed government send hoodlums, terrorists, people, jihadists into our land to ethnically cleanse us. That is what we say no. We cannot continue with this nonsense that is coming out from this concocted artificial creation of Lugard. And that is where we are today. That whenever you see Simon Ekpa doing what he's doing, he knows what he's doing. Eva na aka wa aka kaka. Onye tibuo obiri. Because the people, the descendant of Usman and Fodio, they are not in this land with clear eyes. They are the only whole wide world that don't have a place they can call their home. Ancestral home is where they want to take home. And BIAFRANS say it's not in our time. Because Biafra land can never and will never be taken by anybody. Whether you come by force or whether you come by begging or in any form or shape you come, it will not work for you. It will not work. So Biafrans, let's listen to this man so that you will understand better those he's saying that he have understood, it have come to him, it have come to his mind, and now it is settled that these people are determined to destabilize his government and to destabilize Nigeria. Listen.
It's very clear that they intend to make.
It is very clear that they have intention to make this government unworkable.
Make sure that this administration fails.
It is very clear that they are determined to make sure that this administration failed. We are not after any administration. We are after the creation of that wicked state called Nigeria. The Biafrans are against the zoological republic that aids and abets jihadists. That is what we are up against. And those that are being an instrument to meddle this human treatment on Biafrans, which the man you represent is part and parcel of. Since 2017, those jihadists noticed it that these people, these Biafrans are determined to go, they are determined to get their freedom. And something need to be done. You will hear it.
I'm giving good.
But he didn't want to put it in a way that people will decode where he's going. But those people he's referring to had made sure that Nigeria failed today. to make sure that it doesn't exist anymore. The Biafrans are determined, like he said, he rightly said,
on daily basis.
Biafrans are determined, sure that this entity that have killed so many Biafrans doesn't exist anymore.
The question of insecurity in the country is being
on daily basis. The cause of insecurity in the country is increasing on daily basis. But who are the people that are the engineers?
mentioned all over the world.
How I wish this network would just allow this video to play very straight, so that everybody understand what this man is, that everybody will understand what this man is saying. How I wish this video would just play straight.
Not only here in Nigeria.
I wish that this.
But I believe there are Nigerians that will attempt at least to be fair. By what
He said that the insecurity in Nigeria is almost all over the world, that people are talking about it. But he believed that there's still some Nigerians that are going to be fair, to Nigeria. Do you know those Nigerians that are going to be fair? Those that will close their eyes on around Nigeria. Those that will pay blind eyes to the things that are happening in Nigeria. Those are the people, the man that parade himself to be Buhari, are saying that they are Nigerians, that are fair Nigerians, like those that call themselves today well-meaning Nigerians. What is well-meaning when the life of your fellow citizen, if there's any citizens of Nigeria, if there's any people called the citizens of Nigeria, when the life of your fellow citizens, when it's being taken by people that this man also said that the people that are maiming people today, buying people in the country, are for that video also, that the people killing people in Nigeria are foreigners. And when this, you don't feel pain, you are okay, you just tell people, let's keep managing. You know, if they would have the in the world, their up and downs is it killing their citizens, inviting terrorists to come and be killing their citizens, renaming villages and resettling them with terrorists? Is that the challenges that your other countries are facing? Is this the same challenge that other countries are facing? Because this is what they want everybody to be talking about. There's nothing they did not use to justify the killing of the innocent people in Agatu, in Satan Kaduna, during this man. And this man that is parading himself to be who he is not. This change. Does climate change to go to Agatu and kill people? The answer is no. Does climate change give him cutlass to butcher, cut off heads? The answer is no. Does climate change give them bomb when he said that the government of Jonathan will be ungovernable with carrying bomb people in the church part of? The answer is no. So what transpired? citizen. Nobody is a patriotic Nigeria. Anybody that comes today and tell you that is that he have office where he's stealing money from outside go and Amechi of a form of Iguacha that you call Port Harcourt. Nobody brings them together is the money that the governor of is going to share. That's the only that you will give contract and they will eat the contract. This is the only sacrament that them to outside that them citizens. Okay, no problem. No, no, but when I finish, even a man, I can watch your guys. No, wala, no, wala. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Biafra. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I salute each and every one of you. Once more, the network kicks us out, but we'll always be here. So, what am I saying? That this man that is telling you that they have find out now that is now clear to them that this have decided to make sure that this administration did not work. I don't know the administration is talking about.
This administration failed.
We are not against any administration that wants to fail, because they have failed from the day one, from the day that Nigeria was created. That is the day it fails, and from that day, Biafrans have been fighting and looking for a way to get out from the quagmire that they have been put in. They have tried everything, and This might everything 1967, 1970, they failed. What they want to do? To speak to BIAFRANS in the language that we understand. Let's listen to him. You will hear him say something.
That will attempt at least to be fair.
You will see one of the women that was there as she was saying this thing. The woman was busy staring because the woman will be asking herself, who is this person? Who are we having this
By
meeting?
which I believe,
Look at the woman. Look at the woman. Look at the woman. Look at the woman. The woman was very busy staring at him eyeball to eyeball. The woman is surprised and saying, who is this person that we are with here? Who is this person? Who is this person? Let's continue.
I will run the country according to the Constitution.
That he will run the country according to the Constitution. For those that are talking rubbish, this man said he will run the country according to the Constitution. The Constitution that is governing you is not the Constitution that is governing them. The Constitution that is governing you, that they will use, that the foundation of the terrorist state of Nigeria said they will use to govern you, is the one that said they must resist you from having destiny, having power, taking your future into your own hands. The Constitution they want to rule you with, they have been ruling you with, is the one that Usman Dan Fodio said that they must resist anything that has to do with change of power, that they must resist anything that will make the Biafrans to have their future, to decide what their future will look like. That is the constitution that this man is talking about. Because when you hear him talk about a constitution, you will say, oh, these are law-abiding people. Law-abiding people does not go to another country to kidnap people. People that are, okay, kidnapping is also in your constitution. Kidnapping is also in your constitution. Because if you say that you must rule everything, you must implement everything that is in the constitution, your constitution, is it also written that you will go from Kenya, torture them and extradition them? But the constitution you're talking about is not the constitution you're talking about. Not the one that a single man wrote, a Fulani man wrote and said that this is the people of Nigeria that wrote this constitution. That is not even the constitution you're talking about, because those ones doesn't have jihadists in them. But they are talking about is one that Usman Dan Fodio, the template of Usman Dan Fodio. That is the only constitution that the Fulanis recognize. If you want them to recognize any other constitution, you are wasting your time. That's why they are doing everything very fast to implement their Islamization and introduce Sharia law, so that the template and the constitution of Usman Dan Fodio will be activated and put to work immediately. Listen to him.
These people who want whether whoever
All this
have they proved that I was not following the Constitution? Well, am I not leading the
all these people, whatever they are, wherever they are, he's talking to Biafrans. Have they proven that he's not following the constitution? How would you know when you are of Usman Dan Fodio? Once you're with the template of Usman Dan Fodio, you will know that this man and those his counterparts that are wreaking havoc today, that they are actually following a constitution, a template that was handed over to them. That when you hear Sheikh Gumi that will be listening to after now, when you hear Sheikh Gumi telling you that if you refuse to negotiate with the terrorists, that no school will be safe in the north, this man said they are actually governing the people with the template that they know, with the constitution, that the constitution they know is the same one that you know. The one they know is the one that said that jihad must happen to those that doesn't believe with what they believed in. Constitution that they know. Let's listen to him.
Country according to the constitution. What do they want?
What? Remember, this question is not being asked to the Boko Haram. He's not asking this question to the Boko Haram. Neither is he asking it to these Fulani headers that are killing, going on rampage, sacking villages. No, he's asking this question to the Biafrans. What did they want? How did them raising up their mouth to speak? How them as in Nnamdi Kanu speaking? How they Simon Ekpa speaking? How they the Biafrans speaking? What did they want?
So whoever wanted their
network. Biafrans
passion or destruction.
Look at Femi Adesina.
Of the system.
Femi Adesina was the one that told you, what will ancestral land do for you if you are to be
At
king?
this point, I think
that if you were killed, the ancestral land is nothing to you. So why not give up your ancestral land for Ruga and have your life?
soon have the shock of their lives.
He said that these people that have decided to seek for freedom, that these people that have decided to democratically seek for their referendum, seek for their freedom, according to every law that is known to man, and apply everything civil disobedient to make sure that their referendum is being conducted and they are free as a people, that he is going to take care of them. I want you to hear him say it. I want you to hear this threat. This is the threat number one. Then you will hear the bigger picture of it. Listen.
Am I not leading the country according to the constitution?
He said he's going to deal with them. He's going to deal with them. The people he's got Boko Haram that is battling with that Sheikh Gumi is their.
What do they want? So whoever
that Sheikh Gumi is their mouthpiece today. Those are not the people that he's going to deal with. He's going to deal with the Biafrans. Their preparation,
diversion or destruction.
they prepared everything that they can to deal with the Biafrans, thinking that the 21st century is 1967.
Of the system.
Thinking that we are still in the era of 1967, 1970. That with all their air and land and sea blockade, we will stand, all the troop, all the whole world that rose up against the Biafrans, we will stand them for 3 years. He thought that we are still in that era.
At this point,
listen to him. At this point that they are now, they are going to deal with those people he's referring to. And he will tell you those that he's talking to. For you to know that he's not talking to Boko Haram, neither terrorists.
they are shocked of their lives.
Their life. Do you know what that means? When the whole world connived Britain and the Caliphate terrorists to fight the Biafrans, including Russia, Egypt, and some African countries, and the friends of Nigeria from the Arab world, and then the terrorists in the world that helped them that time. US was mute. Everybody was silent to the Biafrans. Everybody was silent to the Biafrans. Only Finland on that time was reminding their citizens that there are not Biafrans, that their children are starving and dying out of hunger and kwashok, that they should be skipping one meal in solidarity with those children that are losing their life on those places. Only Finland. I will remember to mention any country. I will remember the name of the country. If it's not this today, I will say it tomorrow. Only them. When this man, the man he's representing, Buhari, was and Babangida, IBB, and Olusegun Obasanjo, and Gowon, and T.Y. Danjuma, and all of them, the generals that team up to do the bidding of Britain, Lugard, to keep the company of Lugard intact, to keep the company of Queen of England intact. They unleashed this mayhem on the Biafrans, 1967, 1970. The same thing this man repeated 2017.
I think we have given them enough latitude. They have made their case. They just wanted to destroy the country. Simple. Because what do they want? And we are concentrating on infrastructure.
That they have given them enough time, that they have given the Biafrans enough free hand, that they are concentrating on infrastructure. Tell me one infrastructure that was built. Give me one. The only infrastructure they are concentrating on is on the infrastructure of piping, laying down pipeline, gas pipeline from a coastal region to Niger, laying gas pipeline to the north, to Mali, laying gas pipeline to all these countries to industrialize the north. That is the project that they have at hand. That is the not infrastructure of building companies that will employ or repairing dredging Niger. Every person in Nigeria that called themselves politicians, leaders of community, man and woman, man or woman of God, man, the heart of truth. My brother, who is true, it's true. Every in Nigeria, all of them, they are not just coward. They know what they are doing. If you say they are coward, they actually want to do something, but they're afraid of doing it. No, they love and they are enjoying what is happening. Both the politicians, both some religious leaders and some um, traditional leaders, everybody that is in Nigeria that is not speaking, they love what is going on. They love what is going on. And they will never say anything contrary to what is happening. That is one thing I want to tell you. This man said that he will give the Biafrans the shock of their life. And we have been waiting. The Biafrans have been waiting patiently. Master Simon Ekpa and the Liberation Army has been waiting patiently for them to give the Biafrans the shock of their life. But it seems as if that everything that have planned over the years has failed them, because they have failed to teach the Biafrans the lesson that they will understand in the language that they will understand. It seems that the reverse has become the case, that those that wanted to teach other people in the language that we understand are being sent back the message they brought to the Biafrans.
Because no country or institution can be
Network allow us.
developed without infrastructure. Now, for those of us who are unfortunate to be in the field for the 30 months of the civil war, to see the carnage of how we kill ourselves, at least 1 million people.
Are you hearing that? So now you understand those he been referring to. That those of them that are having to see the carnage of the civil war. Which civil war is he referring to? The genocide that happened in Biafra land. That those of them that happen to see the carnage of the civil war. And they killed so many people. And they killed so many people on that genocide they conducted in Biafra land. That those of them that happen to see this carnage. And since after teaching them that many of those people that are speaking now, maybe they were not born during the war, because they meant to instigate fear and pain in our body, in our system, in our subconsciousness, in our spirit, that we will run back to his cocoon. Everybody will run back to his mother's womb. Everybody will run back to his mother's wrapper and say, no, 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 no. If he's surrendering to the jihadists, let's do so. Instead of us to do this, instead of us to do that, let's just give them the land. Did they say that is Ruga? Let's give them Ruga. Whatever they say, let's do it for them. That is what they wanted to achieve. But the reverse become the case because they failed. They failed to teach the Biafrans in the language they understand. But Biafrans, in turn, will teach them in the language they will not understand. This man is reminding you of the genocide that was conducted in Biafra land, 1967, 1970. Today is because you're not born. When we sealed the air, we sealed the land, we sealed the sea, we sealed barricaded everywhere that your children were dying in as fashoko. Let me even flash this. Let me tell you, let me show you what this man is very proud of and is rubbing it on our face, rubbing it on the Biafran's face. Let me show us something. Let me show us something for you to understand what this man is saying. Where's that video? Where's the video? Oh, I can't really find it. Can't really find it. Okay, let me not waste our time. I will find it. I will definitely for it. I didn't even save it here. I didn't save it here. Let me not waste the time of going to start bringing it out and saving it again, so that I'll show it here. I'll bring it maybe tomorrow. I'll flash it. Just somebody should remind me. This man said the genocide during the time that they conducted the genocide that happened in. That is why some people have risen up today. Because had it been done during the time that they conducted genocide in our land, that many of them will not be talking about freedom today. But is that the case? No. But the genocide that was in our land emboldened us. The genocide that was conducted in our land bring out the best in us. The genocide that was conducted in our land bring out this the finest breed that you're seeing today in Biafra struggle. And after this generation, you will live to give the testimony of the men and women that you meet. Your children will talk about us till eternity comes. That they are going to teach them in the language that they will understand.
We can't understand. So we will treat them in the language.
They will treat them in the language that they will treat them in the language that they will understand. Who are those is going to treat in the language they understand? The language that they teach those that we are here before them. That's why he reminded you, maybe you were not born before that time, or maybe you were born but you are still too young to understand what that happened. But since you have not learned anything from the 1967, 1970 genocide that was carried out in your land and the killing of so many souls that you lost, 1967, 1970, that they are going to remind you of that pain by teaching you in the language you are going to understand today. This is where we are today, and we don't know who is teaching each other today. But what do we even know? I think they will be the one to give the answer.
His spirit.
Just cause. And this young man know that the Biafra that
Driven by
Elohim
fear of genocide, which
is
may
with
or may
us. Not minding in the face of genocide. A young man like this, because I can't call him a boy. He's a young man of 10 years, have already understood what the Biafrans are up against. That they are up against something that has become a threat, a big to us. That they have come against something that have come to send us all out to be killed. But he said that he know one thing. That one thing he knows is that Biafrans will survive and they will win. Where you can think of, we are winning them. In every ramification, we are winning them. We are winning them. So now
how
I
do you
want
gain
you to listen
access
to
to these
Shekuni.
people to the extent that you're able to negotiate? Gain access to these people to the extent that you're able to.
How do you gain access to these people to the extent that you are negotiating, you are asking to negotiate with them? Is it getting? How can you not gain access to your children? You will ask, so where did they build this trust that the terrorists now trust him to be their mediator and their mouthpiece? So you don't have access to your children. Is that what you're saying? And your husband?
Negotiate with them. And what gives you the confidence that when you step in, they will actually
What gives you the confidence that once
go?
you will hear the response of Sheikh Gumi? Sheikh Gumi will remind him that they have done it before, the time that his children, those that he's their ambassador, kidnapped during the time of the train kidnappers, those train kidnappers that were kidnapped. He reminded them of them, that those train kidnappers, that the same thing were done and they were released and blah, 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 blah. And those people are still wreaking havoc everywhere. That the same thing that is expecting that the same thing should be implied.
You know, when the
Network allow this man to.
when the victims of the train attack,
So they are keeping record. So when you are finding difficult, you are doubting, are you sure that the ambassador of terrorists can actually broker a peace with you and the terrorists, and they will release their kidnapped victim, your loved ones that is in their custody? He will refer you to, one day he will refer you to the 287 that were kidnapped. One day he will refer you to 200 to 440 and 77 that were kidnapped. When he will refer you, he will begin making reference to those that they have kidnapped so far. He will be making reference to them. And they will tell you, don't do anything, just obey them, just listen. These are your presidents and your governors. Like one soldier said, that a repentant Boko Haram can assume the office of the president. So what else do you want to hear?
a committee was set by the military.
Just imagine when just imagine where from there jihad is against the people. No. But for them to be pampered and given even more arms and ammunition to unleash more mayhem on the people. That is what this man is saying.
Then, and they were able to contact them the same way.
So the innocent citizens, that the same way, they don't have any problem with the military. The military only have problem with the citizens. But those people that are kidnapping were wrecking in the land. Military of the so-called military of Nigeria don't have any problem with such people. Only people that have problem with the BIAFRANS. Why? Because the BIAFRANS are saying that they don't want to be where they can be killed anytime. Northern leaders asked Tinubu to support Sheikh Gumi school papers. That the northern leaders, did you understand what I said earlier? Those people that are the descendants of you, they don't have anything. They don't have anything against terrorism. Terrorism is their way of life. Yes, this is their president, the Sheikh Gumi president of Nigeria. So when you see something like that, terror to do so. So if Nigeria government negotiate with the terrorists, that to contact them is very, but it's not easy to stop. But the terrorists are very easy to ready to give them education and stores bombing their wives, children. Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi say if the government stop bombing the wives and the children of the terrorists and instead give them education and health care, that the kidnapping will stop. But the citizens that are being killed on daily basis, they don't deserve education. They don't deserve health care. Remember when he tell you about education, he's not saying, and mind you, that these people, Boko Haram is Western education is prohibited. So the type of education they want are those ones that radicalize them the more. Those radical education like the ones that they're giving to Hamas. Go and follow the story. You will see that in all their schools, they were being shown example how they will buy, how they will maim people, how they will send people to RIP. Those are the type of is advocating for. And healthcare, where they will be hiding arms and ammunition under the hospital, where patients are, they are using them as a shield. He said that terrorists are easy to contact. That's why they contacted them and of hell and unleash them on the so-called Nigerian citizens.
Journalists have been able to contact them. They are
Shegumi said even journalists has contacted the terrorists. But the only people that cannot contact these terrorists are the soldiers. The only time the soldiers contact them is when they give them
not
shame.
there difficult to contact. But what you don't know is their foot.
Listen to what they want to say. Oh. That these people are not easy. They are very easy to contact. And one thing you don't know is that these people are foot soldiers. They are foot soldiers to who? Foot soldiers of the jihadis. The jihadist foot soldiers that are coming to France, we are back. Sorry about that. The network, they are strong here. So Shegumi is telling you that to contact the terrorists is very easy, and you should have one thing at the back of your mind that these terrorists are foot soldiers. That is the part I want you to listen. That the former General Buhari, that was part and parcel of the
How do you gain access?
said that they are going to give us the shock of our land, that this person, these people that they are sending into our land to give us the shock of our life are their foot soldiers. And remember when Garuba Adamu said that Boko Haram is the foot soldiers and freedom fighters of the North. So all those things we don't forget. We don't forget. So we understand what
with
is
them
going on.
and see how we can
We understand what is
address
going
their
on.
grievances, and also it has to be holistic with them and see how we can their complaints. We can go in. We know channels which the government knows also. They have done so many negotiating with them.
That the government have so many channels that they meet with the terrorists. They have done a lot of negotiation with them. But do you know those that they cannot negotiate with? And those that will not ask, okay, let's conduct a referendum. If the majority of you said that they no longer want the terrorist camp of Nigeria again, that they want to go to Biafra, and so be it. Those that they cannot negotiate with are the Biafrans. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is why they will go all the way to Kenya to kidnap him and then southern rendition him to Nigeria. But they have so many ways they have done a lot of negotiations with the terrorists. And every negotiation that they will carry out with these terrorists must be holistic. Do you know what he means by that? It must be a negotiation that has no intention of going there to capture those that kidnapped the Fulanis, that kidnapped the school peoples, that kidnapped the school children. That if the intention is not holistic, that the intention is to go there and they capture those that kidnap the school children, that it
and see how we can address their grievances and also stick.
Going to the terrorists has to be holistic. Oh, Nigerian power.
Not only in Kaduna State, in Zamfara, Katsina State, or Niger State.
All the northern states, they are on
We
rampage.
all
They are the
gather them
one in charge.
together.
They are the one in charge. They are kidnapping everywhere. And this man already told you that if they did not negotiate with these people, that no school is going to be safe. That the recent attack is just that the terrorist attack is just a tip of iceberg. Unless Nigerian government negotiate with the terrorist. The same man. And everybody is keeping mute. Everybody is so terrified to the bone marrow. But they be for our enemies. We are fearless before our enemies. And this is one thing that passes Simon Ekpa the strength. Where is all this energy? Positive energy is coming from. when they thought that they have silenced us forever, 1967, 1970. But little did they know that they have given birth to the generation and laid the foundation of what is to come. And that is to come is the Biafra freedom. And that Biafra freedom is coming this year, 2024. Biafrans, we will continue in this line of conversation tomorrow. But before I do that, let me flash this so that you will also laugh as we are going. Where we are discussing serious things, we can also make you laugh. And as we are making you laugh, our eyes remains on the ball. Do you see this thing here? This thing here was among those that are so furious that our leader made it alive. But our prime minister sent a message to them all. He said, I will be your end. The prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile said, he will end your criminality, end business that the Fulanis teach you, you're carrying out in Biafra land because you have a Fulani blood. That he will end it. While Segumi are advocating for terrorists because they are one and the same, this one bunch is advocating that we should fold our arms and watch those that wants to have their Quran sink in the Atlantic Ocean to come and take over our ancestral land. While people of interest are making advancement to make sure that the Biafrans are living in safety, this one here, only plans and advocation that they are making is to make sure that whatever that have kept the Biafrans safe, that is destroyed. Tomorrow morning we will touch light on some of the things that you might know and the ones you don't know. I will not play this video. Tomorrow morning we will listen to it. And I will bring other things for you to see the people our leader was referring to. That if you have your hand stained by the innocent blood of the Biafrans, you will not go scot-free. That is the fear. If you look at his face, you will sense fear. You will see fear. If you are a psychologist, you will see fear. When he's speaking, you will see fear. Everything around him, you will see fear. Immediately, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu roll word in the court. Because every of their plan is that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not make it back alive. But unfortunately, because Elohim have not assigned it, that the life of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can be taken by this janjaweed, he came back alive in the hand of the DSS. Extraordinary rendition. And the only man that was making advancement that have put Nigerian terrorist state on their toes, that have made it possible that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will never and can never be forgotten. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is being discussed today is because of this man that said, I will be the end of your criminality. Mazen Simon Ekpa Njoku, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. Because once you call him that Prime Minister, it gets them mad. But there's nothing any of you can do about it. He is the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. That the only people that are fighting are their problem. Because what they want is that Islamization. They have told them the benefit that they are going to get. that maybe there will be one of the emirs in their village, or they will make them the emir house boy, because Fulani can never give you emir. They will make you emir house boy or the gate man of emir when their Fulanization is complete. But guess what? The Fulanization of the Fulanis that Shegumi are advocating for will never happen in our land, not in our own time. I want every one of us to have this at the back of our mind as we go to sleep, or you go about the business of the day today. I salute that the coin of Biafra is out. Do not forget it. Go and start trading. Go and start trading. Go and start saving money. Go and saving money. Do not leave your money where the criminals that doesn't value your property. Today, another market was burnt down in Lagos State. Maybe tomorrow, at the cost of that brokers, we will touch light on that for you to see why Biafra will not cease, nor stop, nor capitulate in a time like this. This is the best year and this is the best time to live and agitate for the liberation of the Biafrans. And that's why we'll never give up. Biafra is our only goal. Biafra is our only. Biafra is the only place of our bed. And we don't intend for anything. Thank each and every one of you. As you're going to sleep, if it's your night, may you have a good night rest. This night. Elohim shield both now and forevermore. He said, here today. And everyone that was there, even though you did not comment, but Diana is the only great, my sister. You're all welcome. I salute each and every one of you and everyone that is out there that are listening, that are doing one thing or the other. And my brother, rest assured, you came to the studio before, or maybe you get busy. So I salute each and every one of you, Biafrans, men and women of goodwill. May it be well with you. It is already well with you. May Elohim continue to protect you and keep you. He said, you will see Biafra. I wish you all Biafra. That is anybody. Wishes you can wish. Our Prime Minister, Imeji Webuago, and that said that our land will not be taken by the Fulani. That the sub Nandikano and those that genocide that was conducted against 1970, 1970, that all their suffering will not be in vain. Let those